Every child is valid. So you're favourable to transgender?
And making sure that...
But there's no... Is there any... Understand that what act are you using to enforce and prosecute on grounds of hate crime?
There are different legislations that provides for example, an enhancement of sentence for crimes.
In China, and they go missing, yeah? Does that come under hate crime?
Well, it really
a dissident's voice.
Stations are responsible for prosecuting offenders.
And you're here at a political event showing absolutely no bias whatsoever.
Here.
Amazing, thank you, thank you. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. All the better.
So far we've done this one. We're going to do Brighton, we're going to do Hinckley, we're going to do Leicester. So we've got a few coming up, so yeah.
But is this your first one then?
This year it is, yeah. It's the second time at London Pride.
How long have you been doing it for?
3 years.
Is that it?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
We can't even say that this is political because...
But anyone with any common sense, any taxpayer that pays money into institutions like councils and things like that, and the rest of it...
We're here representing the CPS in terms of how we prosecute hate crimes. I mean, it's just all transgender, homophobia, LGBT community. We've had a really fantastic response and we're really, really pleased. And we're going to feed that back.
Yeah, sure. Oh, amazing. Thank you very much.
No way. Yeah, we were giving out gay armbands on there.
Oh, you're lying?
No, I swear.
Fuck's sake. LGBT Catholics, eh?
It says alright, in the gap, between the gap.
Yeah. Are you not on duty?
Yeah.
Are you remaining politically neutral whilst you're handing out them?
Opinion.
It's my opinion. So what are human rights if it's not a political thing?
No, that's not what you are.
Marshall handing out these, which are quite clearly aimed at solidarity with transgenderism, right? Which would be by proxy arguing for the rights of transgenderism. And when we're saying that, we're talking in a woman's toilets. That's what we're talking about, right? So are you doing your job and remaining neutral?
You're selling a certain narrative there.
I'm selling. Please.
No, I'm not going to get into it
No,
with you.
please. You must. You said I'm selling a narrative.
You went with the version of events of men being a biological man in the toilets for some reason.
Right. That's an issue. That's an issue with people saying trans women are women. That's just what comes along with that.
That's your opinion?
That's lateral thought process. That's what happens when we go through down the line things linear. This is where we end up. We end up with an issue with men arguing for the right to go into women's spaces. And I'm just asking if you're remaining neutral when you're handing them things out.
I think we are.
You think you are? And have you answered my question in good faith?
Yes.
Yes? But you believe you're remaining politically neutral whilst you've got a pride lanyard on and transgender...
I'm a community liaison officer for the LGBT community, so we're here building bridges with that community.
Building bridges? How did they fall down? What happened? What I don't understand.
I'm not getting
what do you mean?
into a very loaded question.
What do you mean building
I'm
bridges?
Not going to engage with it.
You're not going to engage with it. You're just a community liaison. You're supposed to act in the public's interest. I'm with the public, right? Taxpayers, right? I have a lot of people that follow me that pay taxes, and they've got conceptions and ideas of things because they see stuff, and people don't give rational rebuttals.
If you want the police's viewpoint on it, you can
I want
reply
yours.
to their...
I'm asking for yours.
I'm here in a professional capacity.
Handing out politically charged apparatus.
That's your opinion.
But it is.
Okay.
It's not an opinion, is it? It's logical thought. They're arguing for. They're arguing for the rights to go into women's spaces. Yes. Is that an opinion or not?
I'm not going to go down.
You're not going to go down that road. No. So this is the Met Police Force without logic and reason. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I said I'm not going to engage with you in this line of questioning.
Thanks.
Can I get a little bangle?
Huh?
Straights. Don't forget the straights. I'm going to get a bangle for that.
Yeah, our chat will be if we're working, if we're live. Homerton sexual health. Who?
Free testing.
I thought you said queer testing then.
Free testing,
It's like a right wing.
Have you got the phone? Right, have you got the phone? What? His bollocks. Sorry, thank you. Yes, bro.
And the cutie thing against the ground.
Good luck. No, I don't fancy that queue much though. Definitely not. Everywhere. Getting as a dog whistle. Get his fucking headgear on. Get his headgear, please. Compass Mentis to decide that they're LGBTQ+, rather than that they mental health or something like that?
I wouldn't speak to me about it.
Hey, right, you've got gender dysphoria, you've got the wrong brain in the wrong body, and when is it not just playing imagination?
Well, you need to listen to the child, and you need.
So
to
if the child wants to drink alcohol, or the child doesn't want to go to bed, should we listen to the child then?
We are a supportive social enterprise,
Right.
and we support people that will be supportive.
Right, but I'm just asking a question, like what do you deem as an LGBTQ+ child, and when are they advanced enough to understand their own gender dysphoria in comparison to just play?
For each child,
Right.
The importance, which is why we're here, is to support the children, and questions like this and the way they're phrased can be unsupportive. If you'd like to speak to the founder, Lizzie Jordan, then please get in contact.
Right, well,
Just grab a form.
a form. Thank you very much. All right then, cheers. Didn't like the way I framed the question. Why is this on? God, why?
Well, I can't turn this fucking thing off. Still going back on.
What? God, it's on for some fucking reason.
Can't turn it on.
Right, there you go. Right. We're walking past them all. 2030. Yeah, 2030. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well.
So the aim is to end cases of HIV in the UK, new cases of HIV in the UK by 2030. So that will be a combination of getting those.
Or is it having many sexual relations.
So if you,
what I mean to ask, do you just get it from having sex with a man, or is it the fact? Right, this is what I'm saying.
No. So
Religion?
no.
All right. Well, fair play. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
And if I was a computer, what I've just said is 60 high-tech stuff.
So what do you do? Why are you here today, sir?
Well, Balham Academy.
Yep.
We teach, we're the leading academy in the UK for teaching fire security engineers. We are 35,000 engineers short. What the brothers or sisters are doing actually has an advantage. Like I'm wide awake the next day to go and play.
But fundamentally, sexuality should be extra confusion to deal with. Being children is the point.
No, they will look around in a normal class of children. I don't teach primary, I teach adults. A normal class of children, negatively teaching the rest of it.
What, excluding the single parent mothers, excluding the two dads, the two mums?
So if you talk about a family in terms of what it does in relationships and love, then it's about things, and then define it in more defined terms as the kid gets older.
Adults are supposed to defend a child's innocence. They're supposed to look after children, protect them from the world. Ultimately, that's a job. Filming.
This stopped though for some reason. It said moving automatically stopped.
Yeah, so you need to press it again. Yeah, well done. Thank you. What are you up to today?
We are a drugs and alcohol substance misuse charity organisation that help people with substance misuse. So that includes.
This is an age where we say these kids shouldn't be using drugs, and the fact that they're around drugs is a problem.
I mean, of course, we sometimes have to make those referrals, you know.
Concept to the forefront of a child's mind may have a negative impact on their life. For instance, they may have never even heard of cannabis, but you want to educate them about it at 4. It's dangerous because you're subjecting innocent children to concepts that they're not formed enough to deal with, and that they should never have been presented with in the first place, because it may have a detrimental effect.
As an organisation, we're responsible for educating people in the boroughs that we work in, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
So let me ask you another quick question before I chip off.
Go for it.
Would you be of the same persuasion?
Gracias, mi amor. Guapo.
Free Johnny Bags.
Idol worship's in the 10 Commandments. We don't do idol worship.
You don't do idol worship?
No.
You're allowed to worship idols?
No.
You're not?
No.
So you... Nice. Alright. So how... I fail to see, right? Leviticus talks about men laying with men. And then what does it say about men laying with men? I know that the Lord says it's, well, an abomination. I'll just try